All right, so I'm off to the side. That's Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All Things Considered with Morgan. It is, I don't know what today is. I know it's Sunday. That's just what you're gonna get. Setup is a little bit different today. So my other camera last time was giving me fits and issues. So I went ahead and used my wife's camera. It's a 6D Mark II with a 85 millimeter lens because I couldn't figure out how to get the other lens on. So if if you could see, the camera's like way over there, but it's a zoom lens, so it looks like it's really close, but it's not. This is funny. Um, let's see what's going on. So it's episode number 9. Um, Yesterday, my wife and I went to a Wichita Wind Surge baseball game. They are a AA affiliate for the Minnesota Twins. And it was rainy yesterday, so the game was supposed to start at 4. We had a lot of rain yesterday, and they were like, yeah, we're going to push out the game to 6 because it should be clear up by then. So, I mean, and clear up, I'm like, there's no rain. So, pushed the game out till 6. It was a bit better. It was still pretty chilly. Luckily, it wasn't windy. It was just chilly and rainy. But yeah, they won 7-0. We left probably 6th inning, I think, because we were hungry. Like we planned on like lunch, wait, go to the game, eat at the game or something, and then go home or whatever and do whatever we wanted. And then our schedule kind of got messed up because of the time change of the game. So we ended up coming home and chilling. Like my wife was doing some stuff from a wedding she had on yesterday. And then, she had it on Friday. Sorry. Wedding was on Friday. Yesterday was Saturday. And then we also watched a couple episodes of How I Met Your Mother. That's our show right now that we're chilling. Like we are in season 2, I think. Season 2, episode 2. That show's pretty funny. It's pretty good. We like it a lot. No spoilers, but if you do spoil it, who cares? It's been out forever, so by this time, spoilers are probably all over the internet for it. But yeah, we went to the game. It was good. It was like the bottom of the second, and I think the score was like, no, it was the bottom of the third. The score was 6-0. Wind Surge was up. The other team didn't even have a hit yet, and they relieved the pitcher. And I felt bad for him because, like, man, like, this is this dude's job for one thing, right? And he gives up 6 runs in 3 innings, which that's a bad outing for him. But a couple of them were home runs, so I think he gave up 2 home runs. And when he got relieved, going to the dugout, the people in our stadium, they played the song "So You Had a Bad Day." I don't know if that's the name of the song, but you had a bad day, and he got it to the dugout. I didn't see it, my wife did, but apparently he took his glove and just chucked it a bunch of shit and got fucking pissed. And then he like sat down in the dugout. You could see him all mad, and he kind of gets up and paces back and forth a little bit. I mean, that's got to be so frustrating that like you're in an away stadium, and it's like you got it's like you against everybody pretty much. Like the only people you have on your side are your teammates, but the whole stadium's against you. The freaking announcers and everything are against you. That's insane. That's got to be so frustrating. It's so hard. I don't blame him. Like that would be so hard to keep myself composed in that situation. Like I'd be fucking furious too. But yeah, they just kept playing and winning, but it got kind of chilly like as the night went through, and we were hungry, so we're like, we're just gonna bail out. But yeah, they won 7-0. We didn't get to catch all of it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was looking forward to the baseball game all week long because I've been wanting to go for a while, and Saturday was supposed to be the best of the weather, but it didn't end up being the best of the weather. It was supposed to rain like Thursday, Friday, no rain Saturday. Sunday was rainy. I was like, Saturday's going to be perfect. It's just going to be overcast with the high of 64. Nah, bro, it was raining pretty much damn near all day. But that was a lot of fun, though, going to the game. I like going to the baseball games here. We used to have a team here called the Wichita Wingnuts, and they were like not even like They weren't even affiliated with any major league team. It was just like some like low level league. I don't really know what they were called or what they were a part of. They were fun to watch. But once we got like the Wichita Wind Surge, like it made baseball more fun for Wichita because you're actually seeing players who are potentially going to be in the majors. Or I think last year, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was on injury. Like he had an injury, and so they put him in the farm leagues or the Double A to get kind of like back in the swing of things, and then went back up to the majors. So that was really cool to see. I think that's what makes it more exciting about baseball is for now here in Wichita is because the players are gonna be major leaguers or they are major leaguers, on like injury stuff. So it's really cool that we get to experience this now. It makes baseball more fun. Like it's definitely made baseball for Wichita like a big thing for the summer. Like everyone goes to the baseball game often because you do get to see actual professionals, and that's pretty damn cool. I am a Marlins fan. It was exciting because when they announced that we were getting a team, they were actually thinking about giving us the Marlins AAA affiliate league, which at the time was the I can't remember the name, but it was like the New Orleans Baby Cakes. Yeah, New Orleans Baby Cakes. Mardi Gras. But we were going to get them, and I was like, holy shit, we're going to get the Marlins AAA, which means like we were going to see way more potential like major leaguers if they were out for an injury or like they were going to go up to the next league. That whole thing fell through. The Baby Cakes don't exist anymore. The AAA affiliate for the Marlins is the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. That's AAA, and the AA is the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. So yeah, they're still in like it's a Florida thing, but that's all right. It's like yeah. I mean, if you're going to the Marlins, you just expect to play baseball in Florida. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, there was a lot of fun going to the game. Not a whole lot happened this week. It was a pretty standard week at work. It was busy. We had a lot of projects going out. I had a lot of work I had to do. I ended up working Friday night. When I got home from work, had to send some stuff out and get it all finished up. That way they could send it out Saturday or yesterday. It was frustrating a little bit, but it's okay. That's work. That's what you got to do. But today it's Sunday. It's gonna be a kind of a chill day. We're gonna call my parents. My wife right now is hanging out with some friends, going out for lunch, or not for lunch. I think just gonna get coffee, and then she's gonna come back and we're gonna go out for lunch. And then just kind of get ready for the work week. Really looking forward to Memorial Day weekend, because it is a good holiday, but also I get the opportunity to take some time off from work. So I'm giving myself a 5-day weekend. I'm so excited for that. Reminds me of next weekend. I don't know if there'll be an episode of my podcast because my wife has a wedding Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'm helping her Saturday and Sunday. Next episode is supposed to be me interviewing her, but I don't know if that's going to work because she's going to be super busy. So we may push the Danielle interview out a little bit, maybe to the 12th to like represent that's her birthday. So not this month, she was just born on the 12th. So like maybe we'll have like episode number 12 will be for Danielle, my wife. Because next weekend is going to be busy. I'm going to be helping her at her wedding on Saturday, taking photos, and probably on Sunday too. So, yeah, we're going to be busy next weekend, and she's going to be dog shit tired. And it's going to be interesting because we may have to go buy her more batteries. Otherwise, I don't know. Where are you going to find time to charge them? One thing I had to ask. I was thinking about this on my own time. Coming home from work one day, and I was listening to the song called Third Rock from the Sun by Joe Diffie. I believe it's Joe Diffie. And at the end of that song, there is police sirens. And I immediately hear that and kind of go, whoa. Even though I know it's coming, I still go, whoa. Like, and I'm looking around, and there's so many other like ads I've heard, or there's sirens in the ads of the commercial. So, question for y'all, do you think that commercials and songs that have sirens in them shouldn't be allowed. Like, do you think that they should ban people putting sirens and like explosion noises, I guess, but even just like sirens? Like, you think they should ban that from being in songs and ads? I think they should. Only because it makes you probably panic and freak out, and like if you're not ready for it, maybe you're gonna make a decision that you don't want to make. Because like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it doesn't need to be banned, but it happens, and I get kind of freaked out. So I'm wondering what your thoughts are on that. I think it should be banned because it's just frustrating and it's kind of an inconvenience and it's almost unnecessary. Like, why do I need to hear sirens in a song? That's bizarre. Like, that's very, very bizarre. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm probably wrong, but everyone's got an opinion. No big deal. What else, man? Like that the weather's changing. Right now, my wife and I are still staying a little bit healthy. Like, we're not actually getting sick. We're keeping up on just drinking water and sleeping and stuff, so that's good. I posted a video on TikTok the other day. I was at work and I was sitting thinking about it, like nicknames and stuff. And put it on TikTok, and I was surprised to get 2,000 views. I was still surprised to get even like 28 comments. I thought that was really cool and that was fun. Because it was engaging the people. And people, it was about like, what kind of nickname were you given that you hated? And I said I was given the nickname Squid from the TV show Rocket Power. I was called that a lot when I was younger, which is still so strange to me. But anyway, you can see the TikTok if you want to. But a lot of people had some crazy like nicknames that they were given to them. Dude, I mean, like, I don't know if like sometimes people just give someone a nickname because they hate them or because they're like attracted to him or something, you know, like, oh, I'm flirting with you. But like, one chick said that like some dude called her Osama bin Laden. I was like, what? That's wild. Like, someone would call you that. And she gave some context to it. I think she said she has like a dot on her forehead. And I was like, that's not grounds to call someone Osama bin Laden. That is insane to me. But I don't know. Someone must have just been messing with her because he must have like had a crush on her or something, or he was just being a dick. Because that's insane, dude. Like, that's insane. At least Squid wasn't like, you know, Squid from Rocket Power wasn't like a terrorist or something, you know? Like, that's insane to me. It's so funny. God. But, well, man, I thought I had something else I was going to say. That's the beauty of this podcast being mine, is I can say whatever the fuck I want. Grapeless chapstick. Boom. Let's see. It is weddings. I think it's wedding season right now. My wife's very busy with weddings. She had a wedding on Friday, and then there was an opportunity to have a wedding yesterday. And she's like, nah, we had plans to go to the baseball game. So we went to the baseball game. But yeah, there's a lot of weddings going on. I think there's an opportunity for travel coming up, I think in July or June, going to Colorado. I'm not sure. I love going to Colorado. I love traveling now. I used to be really scared of traveling. Like, I used to be scared of flying, mainly because it's just bizarre being up that high. And I know I've already talked about this before I went to Arizona. Just being up there that high is pretty weird. But it makes the most sense, you know. You're going to use less fuel. You can travel faster. It's a lot better being up there, obviously, but it's kind of weird to me, the fact that like we built a machine that goes up there and it's just everyone's like chilling, man. It's kind of crazy. But I do really want to go to Oregon sometime. So my wife went to Cannon Beach, and I didn't get to go because I just had gotten my job that I currently work. And she was off there running around, doing photos and stuff. She was taking pictures of people just to kind of build her portfolio. And when she was taking pictures of it, I think she went to Cannon Beach in Seaside, Oregon. And when she was showing me like what she was seeing, I was like so jealous because it just looked so cool. It looked so fun, even though it was like rainy and probably cold. It was still it looked really cool. Um, I would love to visit that sometime in my life. That's on my bucket list. Greece and Ireland are also on my bucket list. That's gonna happen. That's gonna take a lot of mental strength to like get over the flight, but I think I can do it. I know I can do it. Let's see what else is there. There's a guy I worked with. He just quit, and I was like, "Oh, where are you going, man?" And he said him and his family are moving to Oregon. And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." He was talking about how he lived, or him and his family traveled to Oregon like 3 times a year for the past like 7 years. So he has like an idea of like what it's gonna be like, and like what to experience and stuff. And he seemed pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for him because he was kind of a nice, quiet dude, but he did a lot of traveling for work. And he hated the travel because he was stuck in Louisiana for like 3 months straight. Like couldn't come home. He had to always like be on call. Like I imagine his paycheck was amazing. Sorry. But he just couldn't come home and just had to talk to his family through phone and FaceTime and stuff, which I get that, people just are like, you got to deal with it. It's work. But I mean, being stuck somewhere for like 3 months straight, that's got to be so stressful. But I was informed that I might be next in line to have that position to do travel and be gone for long periods of time. I don't know how I feel about it because I've never done something like that in my life. And I'm just afraid that like if someone asked me a question, I wouldn't have the answer for them. So it's just gonna take a bit of training, and then also I have to like communicate with my wife before I make that decision because I imagine the pay is gonna be a lot better. But I'm also just wanting to make sure that like we're on the same page before I do it because I'd hate to be like, hey, I'm gonna be in Guam for the next year. I'm like, what? I'm like, I know it's gonna be crazy, but like, and deep down, it's like that's gonna fucking suck because I'll miss where I live and all that stuff. It could happen. We don't know yet. Nothing's been asked of me, so that's all right. I think right now I hit my 1 year at my job. And I don't think they're gonna ask me to do something like that yet, but I could be totally wrong. I don't know, I'm getting a lot more responsibility, and it's kind of like scary because there are people who have been there longer than me that aren't getting as much responsibility as I have, and it's probably because they're just like doing the bare minimum and just squeaking by because they're like, I don't want to be on the radar, and I'm like, well, I want to get raises and bonuses and stuff, so I guess I will be on the radar, and that's like the drawback is like they're like, hey, cool, we're gonna send you to Mars for the next 50 years. Hope you love it, and I'm like, fuck, bro, I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep everyone informed on that. Let's see. I think that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. I wanted to ask that question about the sirens because I really want people's thoughts and opinions on that. Do you think sirens should be banned in commercials, radio commercials, and songs? Let me know what you think down below. I am curious. So this has been episode number 9 of All Things Considered. Getting better. I get more excited to do this thing every day. I wish I could do this every day. I just need to make sure I have stuff to talk about before I'm just picking my brain for random shit. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting this channel. I've been getting likes and follows on TikTok and YouTube. And I'm pretty excited about it. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of you, and I will talk to you next time. Later.